Dr. Stephen Saunders. I understand from my secretary that you're coming in for a pre-employment screening.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
I understand from your paperwork that you have gotten a job with the State Department. How exciting! That's
Oh, really exciting actually. I've been looking for a job, well paid, being able to express myself and being myself, something that I like. So hopefully it will be.
wonderful. As I understand it, part of your requirements for getting this job is a psychological evaluation or a letter from the psychologist saying that you're clear and you're not crazy or anything along those lines. Is that correct?
Yeah, and they have to make sure that there is nothing wrong in my, like, I don't act any weird, just being myself, and I don't have any history from the past that I've done anything wrong. So
Okay. Well, I'm just going to ask you just a few basic questions and maybe kind of do a little interview with you and see how things go at that point. But I want you to just feel like you can answer them truthfully. I want you to know that I'm on your side. I also want you to know that I don't work for the State Department. Okay, I work for you. Okay, I'm a private psychologist, and you have come in and you've hired me. So what I'm going to do is we will do our interview, we'll do our testing, we'll do our psychological evaluation, and then I'll write up the report, and I'll give that report to you. Then you decide what you're going to do with that report. Okay?
So if I failed, I'm not gonna hand it to them.
If you don't want to give it to them, you don't have to give it to them. And as a matter of fact, I'm required by law and also by my own ethical standards and the ethical standards of the American Psychological Association as well to keep every single thing you tell me confidential. Not only do I keep what you tell me confidential, I'm not even allowed to release that you have even been here to make an appointment. So if your employer calls and they say, have you come to make an appointment? I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I'm unable to release that information.
Nice.
That's as much as I can say, unless you give me written authorization to do that. So I want you to feel comfortable that everything that happens within these four walls in our office today is utterly confidential, and I want you to feel completely free to really be yourself and to give me honest answers. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Good. First of all, do you have any questions for me about my qualifications or any questions about what we're going to be doing today? I think we covered that pretty well.
Yeah.
Anything else you have?
No.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Kind of start with where you were born and a little bit about yourself and your family, and sort of give us a little autobiography.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've born, should I say the year now? I don't want to. Well, I was born in Iran, Tehran.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I used to live with my parents. My father passed away when I was 9 years old, and then I have a brother. My brother moved here when he was 9 years old because my mother couldn't. She wanted to have him well taken care of. So that was that. And then I went to school, finished my high school in Iran. When I was 19 years old, I went to Scottish Hotel School in Scotland for studying a business administration.
Okay.
Until I was 21 years old, and then I just got confused for a while what I really want to do with my life, and then that was when I decided to just self-adventuring a little bit. So I went around. I went to I lived in Spain for a while, just to find myself. And then I worked in a hotel for a while in Dubai. And then I just didn't find myself fitting in that society either. And then I moved here. Then I was almost 23. I was 22 years old. And ever since I'm here and I'm studying psychology now.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really happy with what I have. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And I'm married for 1.5 years. What else should I say?
Congratulations. That's
Thank
great.
you. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay, well, good. Um, it sounds like that you certainly have had an adventure, to use your words, living in Spain for a while, and then Dubai, and then coming to the United States. What kind of stresses do you feel like moving around caused you, and what was your perception of that?
Well,
If any. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
No, that's true. Well, I didn't, since my mom raised me in a really, like, she is such an open-minded person. She's a psychologist as well. So
Mm-hmm.
she raised me with this mentality that I have to be somebody, and I didn't have any pressure on me. So, like, I could have done anything that I wanted, and at the same time that I had to respect my family and everything. So I just didn't know what I have to do after I was 18. Should I stay there? Should I move with my life, become somebody? Because I didn't want to just getting married, having family, not, getting any education, anything like that. So I wanted something more than what I had. I want to be somebody in my life. I want to be proud of my name. And one day that I say I'm this person, everybody knows, like, I'm someone. So that's what happened. And then because of being different, well, I don't like Europe at all because they're racist. Not that I'm telling they're racist. There are nice people over there as well. Here we might have a racist as well, but their mentality is way too different. Job opportunities is less than what we have here.
Really?
It is. Life is really harder.
Do you mean that you felt like job opportunities in Europe were different because you were of Iranian descent, or because of some other reason?
Some other reason as well as me being Iranian.
Mm-hmm.
But now, even if, like, with American passport, if I move back there and I want to look for a job, still there would be a problems because they just want themselves. Like, I don't know, it's something about them. And I just don't...
They just want to hire other Europeans. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they their life is way too different. They're a little bit laid back. I don't like to be stressed out every single day, but I like my life to be in, like, a routine, but I don't know, some kind of a productive. Like in Spain, like living every day, waking up at 9 o'clock, going to work. By noon, you get home, eat and drink, and get a nap, siesta for 2 hours, and again going back to work at 4 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock, and then again start partying all over again. Like, this is not the type of a life that I want to have or raise my children. This is not me. Or living in England, I don't like that. Respect, with no disrespect with them. Like, I don't want to be mean to them. They're really nice, but their culture was different. Like, I see myself more Americanized than being able to live there. And living in Dubai at the time, 8 years ago, it was different because they haven't had so many, like, different cultures from Europe and, like, Americans. Now if you go, they're really open to everything. And if you go there now, even you can get a better jobs. With your American passport, you can get a really well-paid job.